You know that you're a technically brilliant editor, yet clients still seem to ghost you when you tell them your rate. But if they had opened Walter Murch's portfolio, they would have been happy to pay that rate. So it's obviously not the number that's the problem. It's all about how you present yourself. I'm going to show you how I was able to get clients to go from, sorry, we don't have the budget, to when can you start? And it's the same way that Hilda was able to increase her rate from £150 a day to £300 a day. My name is Shiny, I'm a video editing mentor and Emmy-nominated documentary and commercial editor that spent the last 15 years working for clients like Vice, BBC, Ogilvy and more. When I was an intermediate editor, I spent £295 on a weekend course called How to Cut Like a Pro, hosted by two A-list editors. I wanted to know the secret to cutting like the pros, but all they could show me was their workflow. I was annoyed that no editor could explain what storytelling and editing actually meant. So I started documenting every editing decision that clients loved and got me repeat bookings. And that list has become the basis of everything that you're about to learn. And I'm sharing it so that you can charge £300 to £500 per day as an editor 7 years faster than it took me. By the way, if you'd like feedback on your editing or your portfolio from an Emmy nominee, click the link in the description. I give feedback to 4 submissions every month for free. If you don't submit, it'll never happen. So do it now. Sat down, class is in session. Now your portfolio has 2 jobs. Firstly, to help the client understand how you can solve their specific problem. And secondly, demonstrate your craft. And most editors only think about the second one, craft, which is why you're getting turned down from jobs. If you think about Netflix for a second, when you're browsing Netflix and you're deciding what to watch, you're not just looking at the thumbnail, but you're also reading the description. Is it a comedy? Is it a documentary, an action film? You're gathering context before you invest your time. And your portfolio works exactly the same way, but most editors just upload their films with no context whatsoever. The client has to watch the whole video just to figure out if it's even relevant to their project and their needs, which is a massive waste of the client's time. And when you waste their time, they're going to move on to the next editor because they only have a certain amount of time to check out your portfolio. We need to optimize the amount of time that they're spending looking at your work. So here's what you need instead. For every single piece on your portfolio, you need 4 things written out clearly. What type of project it is, commercial, documentary, music video, whatever. What you did on it, were you the lead editor? Did you do some motion graphics, color grading, etc., etc.? And thirdly, the problems that you solved and your role on it. So not just I edited this, but what were the specific challenges that you overcame? Was there a tight deadline? Tons of footage, etc., etc. And what was the outcome? Did it get 100,000 views? Did you win an Emmy nomination? Did you get the client repeat bookings? Or did you just have a happy client? These are all wins. Once you have that context written out, it makes it so much easier for the client to scan your portfolio for exactly what they're looking for. They're not wasting time watching 5 cat videos on your reel when they needed a branded content editor. They can find the branded content work, read the context, see the problems that you solved, and they happen to be the exact same problems that they're facing on an upcoming edit. And that's how you get Walter Murch levels of respect before they've even pressed play. And so they're seeing your work through a different light. You're helping the client understand how you can solve their problems before they've even pressed play. And if the problems align, they know that you can handle it. There's another part of presentation which is just as important. YouTube uses it and Netflix uses it to grab your attention. Now, when you're scanning YouTube for something to watch, what's the first thing that catches your eye? The thumbnail. And your portfolio works the same way. The thumbnails are the first thing clients see. And if your thumbnails look amateur, they're going to assume that your work is amateur before they've even watched a single frame. So you should not be skipping this step. Make your thumbnails look professional. Think about what frame best represents the project. Typically, it's just the most aesthetic frame. Humans are good. Seeing someone's face, that can be really good to grab people's attention. And all of that is key to get the click, just like with YouTube. But the second they press play, your craft better deliver, because otherwise you're just going to come across as a great salesman and not a great editor. So how can you make sure that your edits are so good clients don't waste any time thinking, yeah, this is the editor we need? Well, you need an objective expert opinion. Because if you ask your mum what she thinks of your edit, she'll probably just tell you it's lovely. You need to find the advice of a mentor or a more experienced editor who understands what storytelling craft in editing actually is and how to break down precisely where you can improve. And I would love to help you with this. You can submit your portfolio or an edit for review. You will get the eye of an Emmy-nominated editor over your work, and I'll share my 15 years of industry knowledge to give you frameworks that you can use from now until forever. So that when clients look at your portfolio, they know that you are the ideal editor that they're looking for, reducing your ghost rate and increasing the consistency of your income. Submit your portfolio on the link in the description, and I will pick 4 random people every single month to get feedback completely free. If you secure just one extra job as a result of my feedback, it could be the most lucrative 1 minute of your time ever spent. So now you know those 2 things that separate editors who stay stuck at £250 a day from those who break through to £400 to £500 a day. But you probably want to know how to build a portfolio that converts, which is exactly what you'll learn in my next episode.